Hey everybody, it's Cody, Dixon RC here. So today we're going to unbox the Cross FC6. I've had this truck for a couple of months now. Been waiting for the right time to finally start working on it, take it out of the box, show you guys what's included in it, everything like that. Also, I finally got a new table. So this will kind of be a two-parter. I'm going to show you me build this table. We'll discuss it. You'll get to see it whenever I do come around to the side to unbox this thing. You'll be able to see what I'm working with now. It's really great. It's a lot better than what I was using before, which was the old, when you walk in any kind of store and it's got a glass display case, that's what I was working on top of before. It worked great, but it's just a little bit too small. It's not deep enough, that kind of deal. So hang tight, watch this. I'm going to show you build it and a little talk about what it is. I got this thing from Amazon. It's Bench Pro is the name of it. When I did the talking in the video, I couldn't remember the name of it. Bench Pro. This thing is under $200. It's 48 inches wide, 30 inches deep, about an inch thick, and it's got a nice poly top on it, so I don't have to worry about messing that up, which this thing does collect all the dirt. I can see every piece of dirt on it that is imaginable, which kind of sucks, but it is what it is. It'd be a great video for you guys when you're watching me do things anyway. So hang tight, I'll be right back. Hey everybody, it's Cody, Dixon RC here. So today, I'm going to unbox something a little bit differently. I bought myself a new work table bench. As you know, what I've filmed on for the past 2 or 3 years has been a display case that you see when you walk into hobby shops with the glass front. It's only about 16 inches deep. It's not big enough for me to work on anything big. Like if I want to work on my infraction or something like that, I can't work on it because I don't have enough room or anything like that, and I can't film really well off of it either. So the idea was for me to get a bigger table that I can do multiple things on, build and video off of. So that's what this is. I got this off of Amazon. It is I don't even know the name of it or whatever, but it's 30 inches deep by 48 inches wide. It'll go 3 foot tall, so it'll fit my tall behind, but I do have a nice office chair that I can sit behind it, so I'll be able to do work. So what I'm going to do is unbox it. I'm going to not do it slow. I'm going to do a quick time lapse of unboxing and building it. Then whenever I get it set up, I'll go over it. We'll talk about it. I'll show it, things like that. It's kind of something a little bit differently. I know you guys have been interested in how I'm redoing the shop, so into a store. So I got more on that as well. You can kind of see over here in the corner, I've got new gondola setup stuff all the way over here on this side of the shop. And this is the backside corner where the toolbox is. You can kind of see it right there. So this was just an empty space that didn't have anything going. So I knew I was going to put a desk there. So hope you guys enjoy it, and I'll be back in a little bit. All right, so now let's talk about the Cross truck. All right, so this is their newest 6x6. It is a FC6 is the name of it. This is actually a United States military truck. Other countries as well. I think they buy them from us. There's been a couple of companies over here, Oshkosh and something in Stevens. I can't remember the first part of that. But they were the people that made this throughout the years. I don't think they make it anymore. There's a new iteration of it out now. The crazy thing about this thing is, like real life truck, this thing is all-time 6-wheel drive. It's a 5-ton truck. They call it payloads like 10,000 pounds. It'll hold 3 people in the cab, a whole bunch of people in the back. They have cranes, they have flatbeds. And they built this thing for the military to be dropped out of a C-130. The idea was to, instead of them landing and unloading, they just drop it out with parachute. You've seen movies, you've seen how that goes. These were designed to do that. This is what they call a medium tactical vehicle. Really cool, really neat. It weighs 21,000 pounds. Yeah, you heard that right. That is a heavy, heavy joker. It has a 6.6 liter Caterpillar diesel motor in it. Makes about 300 and some odd horsepower. Doesn't seem like much, but it's enough. I think they govern this thing to only do like 58 miles an hour, which seems crazy, but I guess you don't want to go too fast in it. It has an inside driver usable tire inflation system. Just like I think the real Hummers have it as well. You can go inside and drop air pressure, raise air pressure just from the inside of the cab, so you don't have to get out in bad situations. You can just drop the pressure while you're in the truck and keep driving, kind of deal. That's all I took some notes, but I didn't take a whole bunch of notes because I didn't want this to just be a history lesson of this truck. I think it's a M1083 or a 1093. They had a whole bunch of different kinds. They had a 4-wheel drive version of this instead of a 6x6. They all kinds of different stuff on them, things like that. There's one that has a roof-mounted gun for the third person that sits. There's 2, and then 1 in the back. And there's a hole in the roof. You can put a turret up there. A crazy amount of stuff. But I used that. I took this out already, and I used this for my notes. But so it is, of course, with Cross. Everything on it is all metal. The only thing plastic on this thing is, I think, the cab. Everything else is pretty much metal. They say 95% of this truck is metal, and I believe it. I think the axles, I hope they're put together already. They may not be. If not, we got to put them together. But they're all cast metal, hardened gears, metal gears, the whole deal. And it's a 2-speed, leaf sprung front and rear. You get some cool little scale shocks. It is a, what am I trying to say? It's got metal drive shafts, C-frame, 1.9 wheels with 108 millimeter tall tires. I'm going to try and use those tires. It has a full lighting system in it, front, rear, everything, and you control it with your remote as well. It's pretty cool. It's going to be really neat. I can't wait to build this thing. The interior is super detailed. It is a 308 millimeter wheelbase, which is on par with just about, actually it's more than that. It's 308 from front wheel to middle wheel wheelbase, so it's about a 400 and some odd millimeter wheelbase from front wheel to back wheel. I know a lot of people are worried this is like a 12th scale, but the real truck in real life of this thing is humongous. So its 12th scale will be about the same size as normal 10th scale stuff. It's a little bit smaller diameter, they shrink it down a little bit, but stuff like that. So it's cool. I can't wait to build this thing. This will probably be my most in-depth build I've ever done. I did that other cross truck last year. It was fairly simple though. This one's really intricate. There's a lot of things going on with this. The way you paint it, you've got to paint everything. I'm probably going to leave the axles, the cast, so they can rust, or I might throw some rust on them to make them look a little rusty. I don't know. I haven't really figured out a theme on this thing yet. I don't really know what I'm going to do. I don't want to just build it and it be one color and that's it, that kind of deal. I would like to do some sort of theme with it. I don't know yet. Ideas in the comments, I'd love to hear some. I'm down with hearing something. I don't know. I've got some in my head, and I got a couple. I got one I'm talking with some people with about, see if I can drum up an idea that pops and I can have it and get it done. A couple other things with this. It has a winch in the back that just free spools. There's no motor or anything attached to it. I'm going to try and figure out a way to hook something to it, maybe a servo or something, to figure out a way to make it where it'll actually work out of the back. I don't know, but we'll see. So what I'm gonna do is come around here and attempt to unbox this thing so you guys can see what's inside of this thing. It is mind-boggling at the sheer amount of things that are in this box. Let's just talk about the owner's manual. It is very detailed, like all cross stuff is, but it is 58 pages long, and every page is multiple things to do. And the majority, I bet 3/4 of this book is putting the body together in the back cargo area. The chassis and motor and all that stuff are pretty simple to put together, so it seems like that should be fairly simple to do. What I will probably do is do the chassis first, figure out how I want to paint, and then do the body after that and figure out how I'm going to paint each individual piece, because I don't know if I really want to put it all together and then try and paint it. I don't really know what I'm going to do yet. So hang tight. We're going to come around here and All right, so I'm going to attempt to unbox this thing. I don't really know how this is going to go. This table's new, and the way I've got it set up, I don't really know how that's going to go just yet, so we're going to see. I'll probably wind up changing this stuff out for too long. But let's look at the manual. I've already got it out because I had it out to look at it, but they really do, Cross does a pretty decent job of showing you how to do almost everything. Of course, most of those pages is a breakdown of all the pieces in it as well, but for the most part, it's pretty reasonable. You got to put the beadlocks together, which I'm happy about because I think I'm going to keep those, but I think I'm going to change tires for too long. We'll see how these work. Hopefully I don't have to put the axles together, but maybe you do. You got to put the leaf springs together, everything, man. It is wild. So let's take this thing out and see. Let's at least take the top off here and then see what's inside of it, which of course they send this crazy green and yellow sticker set. I don't never use that. So all right, so I'm going to move this over here. I'm going to pull each thing out. Of course, glass, body side rails. These look like front and back. That's the side, so that's how big that side is there. Looks like perhaps seats. I think these are the rear seats. Maybe, I don't know. Hard to tell. Got doors. The cab that's the roof thing I was talking about. At least it does come with something to put on it. I was afraid. The way the instructions look, it didn't look like there was anything that was going to go there. It was just going to be an open hole, which I thought seemed kind of odd, but good that's there. Front bumper, motor set. The motor set, when you tilt the cab forward, this is where you put your ESC and receiver. Oh, small package with wiper blades. Looks like hinges for doors. Interior parts, steering wheel, things like that. You get metal balls for the rod ends. That's good. That's nice to have. Interior parts, which is cool. So that's neat to have. That's the floorboard there. The rear, I think it's for the generator or filter. It's got that's cool. I don't know what that is. Like the boxes and stuff that go underneath it, and like the air tanks. Let's see. This is the radiator and the radiator fan. I think this is the part of I think this is where the motor, it goes right here. So that other piece bolts to that. That's where the mechanism is that releases it to let the cab fold forward. Let's see. This is the light kit. Of course, it's Dean's. Everybody, they love Dean's over there. So motor is put together. It is a 2-speed. And you do have to have a 2-speed mechanism. Oh, no, I'm sorry. I pointed the wrong thing. 2 speeds right here. It does come with a cross motor. I will probably change this to a Holmes motor, maybe. All the axles are together. Of course, I will take these apart to make sure they're greased. The center axle has a inlet and an outlet on it that is, where's it at? Yeah, it's crazy looking. So it has an inner, then it has another outer somewhere. It's crazy. Tires aren't together, wheels aren't together, so you do have to build those. Big old hubs that go on them, wheel nuts, pins. You do get metal hexes. That's good. Tires, huge amount of tires. Should have 7 total. Then this is, let's see, probably leafs, shocks. They're put together. Probably got to put some oil in them. Get drive shafts, D-bag, haha. So pretty much everything you need. And red tow hooks. And then chassis rails, which you see these are some long boys there. Looks like that's going to be the rear bed area, I would imagine. That's a lot of stuff. Let's look at these tires. I'm interested to see what these look like. They stink. They smell like bad tires. So these are a 108 millimeters tall, 1.9, pretty good looking tread. They're not super soft. They feel kind of hard, but hey, you know what? They'll work. I think I'm going to keep them on there. I don't think I'm going to change them. The white wheels may stay. I don't know. I may do those black. We'll see how that goes. But that's it. So all these things, it's a whole bunch of stuff. Lots of things to do. Lots of body material. Lots of body things here. Like you say, if you look at this, that's all body. And then this is just chassis and components. You know, not many, 4 bags of that. And there's like 12 bags of body stuff. So joyous fun that's going to be. So that's it. So that's the only way I'm going to do the unboxing. We'll dig into it. I'm probably just going to do parts of the build, part 1, part 2 kind of deal. I don't really know how I'm going to do it just yet, but if you haven't, be sure and hit the like button, subscribe. If you want to keep up with this build here, should be pretty cool. So thanks for watching, everybody, and we'll see you